Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Dobbins Bennett Football. The Indians from Dobbins Bennett jumped on the Davy Crockett Pioneers early and often for a Big 8 conference win, 56-7 in Jonesboro Friday night. Victory runs the Indians' record to 7-0 overall, 4-0 in the conference. Plenty of offense in the first half, Coach, along with a lot of special team and defensive scoring also, sounds like.
Yeah, we scored a lot of different ways. It really kind of reminded me of whenever Litz Manor played Fairacres. You know, they had Bobby Piercy running the ball, and we had you, and they had Brooks Piercy on the front line. We had me. You know,
what quite fair was
it's just kind of a mismatch. They have a team that right now has a number of young men hurt. They have some that had some disciplinary issues, and you know, my old buddy Tommy Jenkins used to say his high school coach said, "Boys, Rock Newtony could have been coaching that one, and it still wouldn't have mattered." Of course, so everybody will know out there, I know my football lingo. I know that's Newt Rockney, but
Rock Newtony
Tommy used to tell that story as Rock Newtony. It was a game that you know, we really, Crockett has some guys that can run.
You told me that earlier in the week. You said you know, they had some speed guys and
pretty good job containing them. The course of the night, I guess the last drive that they had was about 80 yards, which gave them a total of about 120 for the night. You know, and you know, stats can really be misleading because we really didn't have all that many yards. I think we had about 388, but you know, Malik returned a punt for a touchdown. Malik picked a fumble up and ran it in for a touchdown. Malik scored on a pass reception. We got the ball in good field position a number of times because of good special teams play and then solid defense. But a lot of young men contributed. Defensively, outstanding efforts from Will Glasscock, who had 6 tackles and a tackle for a loss. Landon Ketron, who had 3 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss and a sack. Of course, Malik had a couple of pass breakups and scored on a fumble recovery. Offensively, Devon on 4 touches scored twice. You know, Cook was our 2 quarterbacks that well, actually, now take it back. 4 quarterbacks played. Our 2 quarterbacks who threw were 6 for 6 throwing.
Chris Cook 4 for 4 and
Josh Holt
2 for 2, yes.
You know, so we got some good things done. We got some good work out of a whole lot of football players. And, you know, with the continuous clock thing that everybody hears me harp on, it's about like playing a half and 2 overtime periods, and the game's over. 2 possessions for each team in the second half.
Yeah.
And it's over with, and some of our younger guys moved up football pretty good. If we don't give up a couple of conversions in that last drive, you know, we're able to get a shutout. But a good night in all. It took us out forever to get out of there. Storytelling Festival was going on. So we stuck around a little while and had our own storytelling festival there for a while. Of course, Coach Green, you know, also played at Emerald and Hemorrhoid like I did. And he was a little bit younger, and he still is. And so a lot of things passed by. One of their assistant coaches, Scott Fox, and I played college baseball against each other.
I remember you telling me
and
about that.
He said, my second hit in college came off of Bob Welch. We played Eastern Michigan, who went on to a great career, you know, with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Sure.
He said, my first hit, though, was off of you. I said, well, buddy, you're in the majority. There's a lot of people got their first hit off of me.
A lot more off of you than Bob Welch, I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
All right, let's roll these first half highlights here and see what we got coming on.
Got a kind of a – you can't see a whole lot of folks because the angle of the press box not real high there at Crockett. Nice field, great hospitality people showed us. Seth Barger, a tackle for a loss. You know, when you got wing tee, you get to crowd that line of scrimmage a little bit.
First time you've seen a wing tee team this year, is that correct?
I think that's probably right. Well, Sullivan Central ran some wing tee.
Yeah.
Trevor Gillum blows this thing up, knocks the guard back into the running back, and Will Glasscock and Will Allen find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
They punt to us here, and we get the ball starting 1st and 10, I guess, here on about the 32-yard line.
Get it 1st and 10. We gain 9 on 1st down on 2nd and 1. We give the ball to Devon Swafford. He gets good blocks from Sam Fowler. And Ty Hayworth makes one miss. That's a pretty good first carry for Devon on the night.
7-0 Indians.
And they got on the next series, I believe, a personal foul, gave him a little better field position. And we got Grant Cross with a tackle for a loss. He's in on the bottom of the pile, number 56. Grant started the night at defensive end and played very well.
Junior stepping in there and helping us out.
Yeah, and you know, not a real big guy, but a guy that makes some things happen for you because he plays with tremendous intensity every down.
He's got a good motor.
Seth Barger, I believe, here. Yeah, okay, we got some good blocks. 16-yard run. Makes one miss up the field. And then on 3rd down and 5, Chris Cook hits Malik Foreman on a little quick pass. Malik is getting, pretty good cushions now because people are really respecting his speed. And we hit him on a little quick route, and then he does the rest of it on his own. Makes the corner miss, dives into that end zone. Man, they were cooking hamburgers down there in that far end. I thought he might be diving for one of those. That was smelling good, I ain't lying.
5-yard pass right there, but ends up being a 25-yard touchdown.
Back on defense, Austin Straley, a guy who has been tremendously consistent for us all year long. That's what you do there. You try and get it blown up, and there comes Austin from the secondary and makes a play. And then 3rd down and 9. Johnny Ballgame and Justin Long, 2 outside linebackers that have made a number of plays for us all year long. John McCord, Justin Long, gonna get a sack here on the quarterback. Turn it loose, turn it loose, turn it loose. There you go. Okay, and we're there. Nick Sensabaugh arriving to help him up. And then I believe this is going to be Malik's punt return. Get a good block on the edge from, gotta remember. Get a good block on the edge from, I believe it's Straley. Barger with a good block. Paul Slaughter decleats that old boy. Run that back. My gracious. What a hit. You got people joining in, but okay, I'll get it to about right. I believe he's down about the 25-yard line. Here comes Paul Slaughter, number 24. Nice hit.
Oh, yeah.
Nice hit. Paul Slaughter back at B-back for us. He's had some hamstring injuries, and he and Zach Casey been alternating there a lot, and both of them doing a great job.
Indians up 21-0 there after the extra point.
Austin Straley on a blitz, and he makes a tackle for a loss. And then we argued about this for a long time, and there's a good picture on Tri-City Sports, I believe it is, about who caused this fumble. And we gave Barger and Allen credit, but I believe that picture, as a matter of fact, I believe it was Allen that found the picture, shows that he pulled that thing loose. Again, turnover circuit working for us. Malik picks it up. He has the easy job right there.
28-0.
28-0. We're going to get a nice kickoff here, and Seth Barger sprinting down. We were really concerned about their kickoff return. Seth gets a tackle inside the 20. Matter of fact, they start on the 9-yard. What a great advantage that is if your kickoff team can start them off on the 9. And here we go. First down, critical down.
Don't want to let them get out of this hole right here.
Will Glasscock stepping up, playing that trap, getting underneath. Makes a tackle for a loss. Like I said, Will had 6 tackles on the night.
Will had been hurt a little bit earlier in the season.
Will was banged up in the first game. He got banged up in the first game, had to sit out a couple.
That's what I thought.
And really, this is about as healthy as we've been. Sam Taylor was out again this week, and Jalen Sensabaugh, Devin Murphy. But here we go, a little sprint out. There you go. Oh, come on, Jay Long, make that play. Landon Ketron runs back to it. Landon missed him once.
is good right there, though. I noticed J Long, he gets those hands up and knocks the throwing lane out and forces him back in, and then we had a little help right there.
Chris Cook behind great protection from the offensive line hits Devon Swafford. About a 16-yard gain, I believe. And then here we go, a nice little trap scheme here that Hayworth and Fowler, and then Foreman gets a block down the field. Seth Barger, about a 40-yard run. There's your block downfield from the 30 or 40-yard run. Seth said it was 40. I think it's more like 30. And we end up scoring on nice option execution. Sam Fowler has a really good block here, a left tackle. Comes down inside, good read on the dive. Come out, pitch off that last guy. And that's pretty.
That's the way you draw it up.
That's the way it's supposed to look. And not many of them look like they're supposed to look,
35-0 there.
Well, good Indian crowd. Good Indian crowd. Had a lot of people along the fence down on the other side. Here we go. Hunter Holt, Nick Sensabaugh, two big old linemen I'd like to see get their pads over a little bit. But they make a tackle for a loss. And we're back on offense. Here we go. Quick route.
Starting out right here at 39. That's a great field position.
Quick route. Cook to McCord. That is a great throw right there. A little bit of air under it to get it over one. And then we're going to throw quick here to Malik Foreman out on the edge. Malik does his thing again. Cookie gets it out of his hand quick. Let him make something happen with it. There we go.
Down to the 5-yard line.
Down to the 5. And from the 5 Seth Barger sticks it in on a 1-yard run. And we're back on defense.
42-0 right there.
Continuous clock doesn't start to the second half. Anytime you're ahead 35 in the second half, it starts. And Landon Ketron tackle for a loss. So Atlanta made some plays for us on the night. Still in the first half. We've got Kevin White in at quarterback. Running a little midline here. He escapes one, escapes a couple there, and gets the thing. This coming up is a heck of a run. Austin Straley. Man, I mean, this is a really special run. We get a block or two at the point of attack. Maybe one. He makes one miss here. Makes another one miss. Runs through one. Great effort. Gets him a little escort into the end zone.
49-0 at half. And
not quite halftime yet, but if you want to stop it there, it'd be a good time.
All right.
Because you know how quick that second half's going to go.
It will go. All right, we'll be back after these words from our good friends that bring you Indian football. Stay with us.
I'm here with Tony Barger at Phil Bachman Honda, right here on Stone Drive. Back for a second year of sponsoring Dobbins Bennett football. We appreciate what Phil Bachman Honda and Tony do for our community and for Dobbins Bennett football.
Let me tell you what, we're excited to be the sponsor of the Graham Clark Show again this year, and we're real excited about our football team this year. Phil Bachman Honda supports local high school football to a great extent, and we take pride in it, and we fully support our kids, and we just try to do everything we can for our school and our kids here at Phil Bachman Honda.
Just another reason you need to drop into Phil Bachman Honda and check on a new car today.
That's right. We got truckloads of them coming every day, and I've been trying to get Coach in one, but evidently I'm going to have to talk to his wife.
Well, if you want a car bought, she's the one.
I hear she's the looker, but you're the money man.
I'm the one that ends up getting the benefit of the installment booklet.
That's great.
We appreciate you guys, and whenever I go to looking for something besides my '93 Silverado, I'll be right here.
That sounds good. Appreciate
you,
Coach.
Hey, Paul, you guys got anything to rent here?
I got everything you need to rent. I've got bulldozers, I've got bobcats, I've got all kinds of party stuff. tents, tables, and chairs, just about anything you might need for an event, and also anything you might need to rent to help your house look better or renovate your house.
I was thinking more in terms of offensive linemen. You got any offensive linemen out back I can bring back with me?
I'm sure we got some. We got 2 or 3 really. pretty good sized people.
Well, I know you guys have got the best anywhere around because I've got a few things here myself.
Yeah, we do our best to make sure everything works good and it's new stuff and it's all up to date and state of the art equipment. And I am proud to be a sponsor of Graham Clark Football Show and to be a DB sponsor.
Well, I'm proud to be a part of Dobbins Bennett football.
Yeah.
And we appreciate Action Rental being a part of it. I'm here with Chance Scott of Kia of Kingsport, a fairly recent addition to the Kingsport community, and want to thank him very much for supporting Dobbins Bennett football.
We appreciate it, Graham. We're glad to be here. We look forward to having a lot of winning season with you guys, and glad to be here in the community.
Well, it's a great community to be in.
It is.
You know, it really is, and I know y'all have picked up business like crazy already. And you've been here since April?
Since the 1st of April, we opened business. So we've been here for 5 months. So.
5 months?
Yeah.
And see, he's better at math than I am. I'd have never figured that out. But we appreciate him greatly. We appreciate him being a part of Dobbins Bennett football and look forward to working with him for many years to come. I'm here with Brian Hayworth at Hayworth Tires, a great supporter of Dobbins Bennett football, a great supporter of the community of Kingsport, and want to thank him for his involvement with Dobbins Bennett football. Hayworth Tires and Dobbins Bennett football are a winning combination. Brian, what all do you guys offer out here?
Coach, we got new tires, custom wheels, brakes, shocks, alignments, struts, oil changes, air conditioning service, a little bit of everything. Matter of fact, we just done brakes on your van. I don't know if you know.
I appreciate that. I was really going to let those brakes go because my wife had been griping at me a lot here lately.
You
come in the front door and Caitlin's here to wait on you. You can get your ankle taped. You can get her to service your tires. You can take care of it all.
That's right. Full service. Full service. Yeah, we've had a good. This is my 27th anniversary this weekend. Here we come up on the DB South game, and then I've been in Kingsport 27 years. It's been a really good run, and the amazing thing about it is it seems like things just keep getting better, and part of it, DB football is great. I got Ty and Austin both playing there right now with Houston waiting in the wings, hopefully. And
Houston's day to day. I know.
That's a day-to-day progress, but we're sitting back and we're thinking all the way to the state. That's their motto this year.
Well,
that's the quarterback club motto.
I like the way you're thinking, and I know that Hayworth Tire will be there to support us every step of the way.
You got that right. Come see us in Hayworth Tire. Kingsport is 245-1451 on West Stone Drive, and we got locations in Johnson City and Elizabethton also.
Coach, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my good buddy Jeff Luthke for filling in for me last week while I was on vacation, and really appreciate him doing that. But I got to tell you, as I was coming back up through South Carolina, and I was listening to the Clemson Boston College game, and all of a sudden they're talking about a big play by Cody Sensabaugh from Kingsport, Tennessee. And boy, I tell you what, when you hear that thing right there, it just sort of fires you up a little bit.
Yeah, it does. And you may have to substitute for Jeff a day or two in his law practice. Cody.
But my fee is nowhere near his.
Yeah. Cody, where's your advice?
No, I'm sure.
Cody has made a lot of big plays all year long. Two-time winner of what Clemson calls their Defensive Hard Hat Award for the guy that did the most to get their football team ready and also on game day to play. Big pick against Auburn, and he just continues to make plays. I'll give you this, too. In the Carson Newman win yesterday, Sean Seabolt played a few plays at quarterback, Chris Sensabaugh had 5 carries for 28 yards.
Great.
And I know that Daniel Preston had a number of stops in Emory and Henry's loss to, Washington Lee got them yesterday.
Yes, sure was.
Those 2 college names there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more. I don't think Appalachian played yesterday. So Brandon Thompson not in action, getting a week off. I'm not sure about Tennessee Tech with Ben Davis. Know that Derek Steele's redshirting all the way at Carson Newman. And I don't know how Brevard came out yesterday. I hadn't seen a paper.
I hadn't either. But you know, it just sort of made me proud to hear him say from Kingsport, Tennessee. So.
I tell you what else makes you proud too. Is Cody Sensabaugh's already got that degree. You know, he's in that master's program right now.
Okay, that's very good.
So,
that's very good.
That's awesome that these guys go on and get their degree and do what they're supposed to.
You know, we always talk about these skilled people, you know, Devon and Malik, Chris Cook, and all these young men, Seth Barger, making the big plays. Talk a little bit about those linemen up front, those hogs.
Sam Fowler starts for us at left tackle. Extremely quick. Last week we showed a clip of him sprinting down to the far side to make a block, to spring a touchdown. Sam was actually our lineman of the week this week, graded out 92.9%. Of course, Ty Hayworth at left guard, and Ty does an awful lot of good things for us. Committed to Wake Forest. He had a couple of blocks to touchdown. Terry Keller. Terry, as reliable as they come at center.
Second year starting, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, last year he played every position in the offensive line. Elliot McCreary at right guard. And Thomas Edwards also split some time there. Both of those guys doing a heck of a good job for us. And Hunter Hope, a two-way player, that plays offensive tackle and also plays nose man for us and continues to make a lot of plays, do an outstanding job blocking. Not the biggest offensive line we've ever had.
Exactly.
But guys that play with a lot of heart and have done a great job leading our offense this year.
All right. Like I say, I'd just like to get those guys a little time because they're the ones that are down in the trenches making things happen.
Yeah, and I like to talk about offensive linemen. For one, I was an offensive lineman. For two, I always say there's nobody watches offensive linemen but their mom and their girlfriend. Ain't many of them got girlfriends, so that leads it down to their mama. And our defensive front people, we've moved a lot of folks around there, but it's been Trevor Gillum, Nick Sensabaugh, Hunter Holt, Landon Ketcher, and Grant Cross. Those guys have just kind of been in the rotation, making things happen and doing it very well for us.
Great, doing it. All right, we're going to go ahead and start back here right at the end of the first half as the Indians are up 49-0, but we're on defense again right here.
And Will Allen getting ready to make another play. Really adapting well to our defense. Coming up underneath. A lot of trap blocking. Linebackers have got to do a good job reading that and getting up underneath it. And he did. Here we are right before halftime back on offense. Josh Holt in at quarterback. Trey Trammell, good blocks on the edge. I know Bryson Begley had a good one. I think Alex Keller maybe was the other running back in there. Good blocks on the edge, and then Josh Holt to Brad Elpers. Hits him out here quick, and Brad spins it outside and picks up about 15 or 16, and we run one more, and it's halftime.
Josh, freshman, getting a little playing time there, right?
Yeah, Josh has played very well for us. He really has. We got a couple of freshmen. Sam Stewart was actually going to start on a couple of special teams last night and injured his back a little bit. All right, back on offense, this is Alex Keller. 35-yard run. Alex has really made a lot of progress in the last couple of weeks. Now, you don't get him and his brother Terry confused, because Terry goes about 65 pounds heavier on him and does an outstanding job at center. Here we go. We got a check off. Evidently we're going to check this thing to the triple. We read the intake and dive, make one miss out here, get a couple of blocks up the field, keep working, and we're down to the 5-yard line.
Kevin White in at quarterback.
Kevin
now.
White in at quarterback. Yes, sir. I got excited about the run and didn't mention who did it. And
All
this
right.
is going to be Kevin White on an option run into the end zone for a touchdown. Kevin's second touchdown of the year. Pretty good escape. Nice block on the edge. And number 4 kind of hits him and propels him in there.
56 to nothing right there.
And, Josh Holt also made some plays for us on defense. He's getting some time at safety now. This is Austin Chapman. Austin's been banged up with a shoulder injury, sophomore linebacker for us. Nice play by him and Josh Holt. And then on 3rd down and 6, Andy Kelly breaks through the line of scrimmage, hits the running back, doesn't know he's got the ball. Bam! Lock up. Oh, come on, go after him. Bryson Bigley actually makes the play. Andy Kelly blew the thing up. We have with some of these young pups we got an 11-play drive coming up, and it starts off with an 8-yard run by Dakota Brock. Number 3, it's kind of muddying some folks up there. I see James Cunningham blocking somebody, Alex Keller blocking somebody. We come on down here and get a 3rd down and 7 pickup from Josh Holt to DJ Jones, another sophomore. DJ catching that thing there and getting it down the field. Sophomore that runs very well, about 6'4", doing a great job for us on the kickoff team. And back on defense, this is about play 6 of this drive that we're trying to hold them out. T.J. Wallace. T.J. picked up a fumble and ran it in early in the year. I call him T.D. Wallace now. Kevin Moore in on that play. And 3rd down and 5, Spencer Faxon, I believe, coming off the edge here is going to make a play. Get him down. Unfortunately, on 4th down, we give up a little bit of yardage, and then they score with about 3 seconds left in the game and make it a 56-7 game.
Well, like I said, it is a conference game, and the way I haven't had a chance to look too much, the way the conference is right now, I believe I know we're undefeated. Is Tennessee High, have they been beaten in the conference?
In the conference, South beat them in overtime, 33-30.
Okay. And then Science Hill is
Science Hill's unbeaten in the conference. They have 2 losses, but unbeaten in the conference. So then, like I say, it goes to South, and then Tennessee High's got the 1 loss in the conference. So we got 2 of those 3 teams coming up in the next 3 games.
Sure does. Well, I was going to say Friday night is a big night. We play Tennessee High, who is a team that has always been for many years, been a good rivalry with the folks up there. And they'll be coming to J. Fred Friday night because and it'll actually be our last regular season home game.
Be senior night.
Senior night.
Seemed like we just had senior night about a week ago. But we're having another one. And I hope we have a great crowd show up. Tennessee High is extremely excited, come off of 2 big wins over last week over Sullivan Central, before that over Daniel Boone, close ball game. They slinging that thing all over the field. Quarterback going into past week's game had already thrown for over 1,000 yards. Also their second leading rusher. Trevon Delaney, a running back that has great skills. Adrian Laverne, a wide receiver that has great skills. He had 31 catches before this week's ball game. Okay. And they're wide open, 4 wides, 5 wides. It's a little bit different offensive style than from when Coach Stubbs was there.
A little different than the wing tee that we just looked at this past week.
A little bit different. We'll throw the ball 40 times Friday night. Of course, 35 of those will be in pregame. They may throw it 40 times in the game. So a lot of jet sweeps, and a little bit of wildcat power running stuff with Delaney. A lot of things to prepare for. A lot of things, and the thing that people overlook. They see Tennessee High, they see all this throwing, they see all this razzle-dazzle offense, but their defense is second in the conference in total yards given up.
Okay.
I mean, they're really playing good defense right now. And Coach Mike Mays has been the defensive coordinator over there for many years. Very, very consistent in what he does, and they get after you pretty good on defense.
So it will be a 7:30 start, and the seniors will be honored prior to the game. Is that correct?
Prior to the game, yes.
So that'll start about 7:15, 7:20, and so we want to make sure everybody gets there early because these guys have had some very good seasons over their last 3 years.
15 senior football players. I know we will also probably honor cheerleaders and spirit shakers, seniors. And the band usually does theirs on a different night because there may be about 175 of those. Who knows?
Takes 2 or 3 nights for them,
usually.
But do want to congratulate them for a great job that they did at UT last Saturday in the Buffalo game. I saw a clip of that on YouTube, and that was wonderful.
I got to see that. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I got to go do that.
Yeah, you got to do that. All right, folks, be there Friday night for the Indians' last regular season home game, senior night. The Vikings are coming in from Bristol. Let's roll Tribe, Coach.
Roll Tribe.
Let's
Looking
get
forward
ready.
to it.
See you next week.